Hey y'all, this is the second video of Eat and Talk with me. I got some crawfish because I'm celebrating. I'm getting out of the military, so I'm really happy. Me and my mama, let me see. I get some eggs with my crawfish. I don't know if you can see it right there. Me and my mama was just talking about, just how much I've changed. Did I feel any different? And I was like, yeah, I feel like I'm, I was so lame in school. That's what I said. I was so lame. And she talking about you wasn't lame. You was in your own lane. I'm like, okay, left eye. Parents always try to get so, poetic. When they trying to make you feel better. I was like, girl. And then the conversation, we was talking about me in school, and I just remembered how when I got kicked out of school, oh shit, loose lips. I got kicked out of school, right? I don't know if I want to eat the paws. Anyway, let me tell y'all what. This is good. So I wasn't doing my work in the first place. And this was like one of the last weeks of school. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm in my sister lunch. I used to be up my sister ass. So then, what made it so ugly was they sent a hall monitor to come get me because I had asked for a transfer to another section. I had went to a trade school, so I was in communications. I wanted to be in cosmetology. So I asked for a transfer. Dumbass. Like, why you asking for a transfer? You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing anyway. So, I'm in my sister lunch. Having the time of my life. So, they send, hall, I don't know if there was hall monitors, office aides or whatever to come get me. So, I'm like, no, I ain't, what the fuck? I'm having fun. Like, no. I'm thinking they coming to get me for that. I'm like, bitch, I'll talk about it when I'm going to talk about it. Grown. And they're like, no, Michaela, your mama here. So I'm like, huh. So this wasn't even enough to clue me in that, bitch, maybe you need to tighten up a little bit. Like, you kind of, because I used to smoke so much back then. So I'm like, maybe you should, tighten up. So I'm like, my mama here. That might just, who knows? Bitch. I walk in that office. My mama sitting there looking like Debo. Straight eye contact. I'm like, damn. What they done said? Because I had just got in trouble. But I didn't hit her. I tried to move her with my body. A teacher. Because she was trying to take my phone. And bitch, you ain't pay for this, so relax. So I'm like, okay, damn. So she in there with the administrative lady. And the lady was like, oh, so we see you put in a request to change over to cosmetology. And I'm like, yes, of course. On my professional shit, I'm blow. I'm like, bitch, sober up. Because this is not going to go good for you. And that was before my mama knew I was smoking. I was in there looking like Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa. And I'm like, just focus. So then, the lady we see you wanted to transfer to cosmetology. So I'm like, girl, loose lips, relax. So I'm like, yeah, I did. They was like, ma'am, you can't transfer because you have only half a credit. So my mom's thinking this more serious than that. She's like, half a credit? Like, the fuck y'all call me here for? Not telling them, but I could see her face. Like, fuck y'all call me here for half a credit for? That lady said, no, ma'am, not half a credit for, a class. Half a credit for the whole school year. Bitch, and you know when you don't fuck up because you start to look away. My mom was like, ain't shit over there. I was like, ain't shit over there. They told me, ma'am, you can't come back to the school. So, you need to find something to do next year. And I just me and my best friend both got kicked out that year because we was skipping, like, obviously, because when they came and got me, I was skipping. So we was talking to some people that went to school with us, and they was like, yeah, girl, everybody knew. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Like, bitch, why wasn't it embarrassing then when you wasn't doing your motherfucking work? So we get in the car, and I'm like, please don't let this lady realize I'm high, because that's just going to be a whole nother, like, ball game, and I just really do not feel like dealing with it. She was like, what the fuck you got going on? Like, and she's like, you know, it's really pissing me off. And I'm sitting there like, please, Jesus Devontae Christ, please do not let this lady hit me, because I just don't feel like it right now. Like, that's just not groovy. She was like, you know what's really pissing me off? Why the fuck where did half a credit come from? How the fuck you go a whole school year and you only get a half a credit? Where did half a credit come from? She's talking about you should just not even try. You was gonna do it. You was gonna be a motherfucker. You should just not even try. And I couldn't do nothing but about, yeah, she kinda right, because where did I get a burst of energy to do half a credit? So then it made it through the family, of course. And I'm like, here we go. Because I was already a problem child. Like, I was the first one to actively say, like, no, I'm not Christian. First one to be like, you know, I want to do something different. Man, I started saying, like, oh, well, I don't need school. I don't need, you know, education is just this society's way, blah, 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 blah. My aunties weren't trying to hear none of that, because I'm raised in a family, on my mom's side, mostly women, like, and we're under a matriarch. My granddad passed away, so my grandmother we've been under my grandmother this whole time. At least my generation, my granddad was already gone. And then I have 6 great aunts and 1 great uncle. And my mom have no siblings. So I've been surrounded by women. So that was like, you're not going to be the only one in the family that don't graduate. So they did like a sneak mission to basically get me sent to an all-girls school. And I was like, I ended up finishing up my whole, and the all-girls school, the crazy part about it was, they didn't have no summer like they do in China. So that's how you catch up. That's how you catch up getting your right grades, because you don't have no summertime, no break. You just go to school year round. And I did not want to go there, because I had a bad experience with a girl from there before. So I was like, man, all them hoes aggravating. Like, I did not want to go there. And then, what made it so crazy was, they didn't want to hear none of that. That's what I loved about my family. Now that I think about it, it's like, not bitch, I'm not going to say that. Girl, you're going to school. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So when I got sent to the school, nah, I'll tell y'all about that later.